Let's kick this off with a serious question. Did the NFL just set the Kansas City Chiefs up for one of the toughest seasons in recent memory? Because looking at this 2025 schedule, it sure feels like it. Now, before we dive into the numbers and all the details, let me say this. If you love the Chiefs and want to stay updated all season long with real talk, rumors, news, and everything that matters to Chiefs Kingdom, hit that subscribe button right now. We're grinding hard to hit 4,000 subscribers, and you being part of this community helps us get there. So don't just watch, join the squad and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. All right, let's break this thing down. The Chiefs are looking at 21,695 miles of travel. And that's just the regular season. That's more miles than most teams rack up in a year. And no, that's not normal. Add in an international opener in Brazil, plus 2 Thursday holiday games, and you've got a recipe for serious fatigue. And get this, 3 games on, Thursdays and Fridays. That's unheard of. It used to be rare to even play 2 Thursday games in a season. Now KC's got 3 short weeks to prepare? How's that fair? You also have to consider this. 10 games against 2024 playoff teams and 9 standalone matchups. The NFL is clearly treating the Chiefs like the face of the league, because they are. But at what cost? Let me ask you something. Do you think the NFL is being unfair to the Chiefs with this schedule? Yes or no? Drop your answer in the yes comments below. I want to know how you feel about this. And here's another one. Are you excited about the game in Brazil? Or does the travel worry you for how it'll affect the team's performance? Let's hear your thoughts. We're just getting started. Stick with me because next, we'll dive into the brutal reality of the holiday games, streaming headaches, and why this schedule might be even tougher for you, the fan, than it is for the team. Let's talk about the holidays, Chiefs Kingdom. Because if you were hoping for a quiet Christmas or a relaxing Black Friday, the NFL has other plans for you. The Chiefs are right in the middle of both. First up, the Black Friday game. Yeah, that one's going to be on Amazon Prime Video, and let's be real, not everyone likes streaming football. Some fans don't have Prime. Others just want to turn on the TV and not deal with logging in, buffering, or switching apps. And yet, here we are. And then, boom. Another Christmas Day game, Chiefs at Steelers. Sure, it's a huge matchup and a primetime moment, but it's also one more day where players are away from family, fans are torn between holiday plans and football, and let's not forget, these guys are human too. That's a long, emotional season with barely any breathing room. Here's what's wild. This is now the 3rd year in a row the Chiefs are playing on Christmas. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. Is the NFL just banking on Mahomes being box office every December? Probably. But is it fair? That's up for debate. Now I want to hear from you. Do you enjoy watching the Chiefs play on holidays, or would you rather they have the day off and play on a normal Sunday or Monday? Drop your answer in the comments and let's see what Chiefs Kingdom thinks. And let's be honest too, how many of you actually like the idea of a Black Friday game on Amazon? Be honest. Is it convenient, or does it just feel like the league is trying to squeeze more money out of us with another exclusive deal? The truth is, this schedule isn't just demanding for the team, it's demanding for you, the fan. Your time, your traditions, your weekends, all getting rearranged to match the NFL's marketing playbook. And guess what? We haven't even touched the international chaos yet. That's coming up in the next chapter, where we'll break down the Brazil opener and why it could make or break the first month of the season. All right, let's dive into one of the biggest bombshells of the Chiefs' 2025 schedule. Week 1 in Brazil. Yes, you heard that right. The Kansas City Chiefs are opening the season not at Arrowhead, not even in the United States, but all the way in São Paulo, Brazil, taking on the Jordan Love-led Green Bay Packers. Sounds exciting on paper, right? But here's the thing. Not everyone's thrilled about it. Sure, it's a huge stage, the first ever NFL game in South America, and of course they send Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's how big this team is now. They're the league's global ambassadors. But Let's take a moment and think about what this means. The Chiefs lose a home game. That's one less electric Sunday at Arrowhead. That's one less chance for season ticket holders to see their team live. And if you've ever been to Arrowhead, you know, that's not something you want to give up. So is this a win for the global brand but a loss for the local fan base? Here's where I need your take. Would you trade a home game for the chance to grow the Chiefs brand internationally? Or would you rather protect every single Arrowhead Sunday we can get? Let me know in the comments. But there's more to it than that. It's about rhythm and routine. Flying all the way to Brazil to open the season messes with time zones, sleep cycles, preparation, you name it. And yeah, the NFL says the teams will get time to adjust, but come on, this isn't like flying to New York or Denver. One more twist? The Packers were supposed to be the home team, but the NFL made a switch and gave that home slot to the Eagles. Instead, so Green Bay was the odd team out, and the Chiefs are paying the price by hopping on a flight to South America. So, is it a once-in-a-lifetime experience, or just another unnecessary distraction in a grueling season? Up next, we'll break down the brutal early-season gauntlet that follows, because Brazil is just the beginning. Now that we've tackled the Brazil bombshell, let's talk about what comes next, because folks, the Chiefs' opening stretch of the 2025 season is no joke. This schedule looks like the NFL wanted to test Kansas City from the very first whistle. After opening in Brazil against a scrappy Packers squad, the Chiefs have to turn right around and take on Joe Burrow and the Bengals in Week 2. Let me say that again. The Bengals, at Arrowhead, just a few days after returning from a 5,000-mile round trip. That's a brutal turnaround, no matter how you slice it. And it doesn't let up there. The Chiefs' first 5 opponents, Packers, Bengals, Falcons, Chargers, and Saints. That's a tough physical lineup, and it includes 2 divisional matchups early on, games that always carry extra weight. Now think about what this means for a team trying to build early momentum. Every year we see that Super Bowl hangover talk. The league is watching closely to see if the Chiefs still have that fire, and this stretch gives them zero margin for error. This part of the schedule also tests the depth. Can the offensive line handle top-tier pass rushers week after week? Can the young wide receivers like Xavier Worthy and Rashee Rice get on the same page with Mahomes quickly? And will the defense be able to carry the load when the offense inevitably hits a speed bump? I want to hear from you. What's your confidence level in the Chiefs starting 4-1 or better through that stretch? Drop your prediction in the comments. This is where the season's tone will be set. And here's a wild card to keep in mind. Andy Reid's history in early season games is strong, but even Coach Reid hasn't had to navigate international travel, a shortened turnaround, and this much high-level competition all at once. Coming up next, we'll look at the real twist in this year's schedule, the final stretch, and why it might be the most favorable setup Mahomes has ever had. All right, Chiefs Kingdom, we've talked about the challenges at the beginning of the 2025 schedule, but now let's flip the script, because if the Chiefs can survive that early gauntlet, they're in prime position to dominate late in the year. Let's look at the final stretch. After the bye week in Week 12, the Chiefs face the Panthers, Broncos, Chargers, Browns, Texans, and finish the regular season with the Steelers. That's a very manageable lineup for a team hitting its stride. You've got 4 AFC games in that stretch, critical for playoff seeding, and 2 against AFC West rivals. The Broncos and Chargers games could decide the division, and the Chiefs get both in December, a month when Patrick Mahomes has been nearly unbeatable in his career. And here's another thing. Most of those games are either at Arrowhead or in favorable conditions. No snow games in Buffalo or freezing wind in New England. The NFL basically gave Kansas City a schedule that could let them build serious momentum heading into the playoffs. And you know what that means? Another potential number 1 seed. We've seen how critical that bye week is in the playoffs, and with the way this schedule is built, it's absolutely in play. Now I want your take. Does this back half of the season scream 13-win team to you? Or are you more cautious with your predictions this year? Let's get a poll going in the comments. What will the Chiefs' final record be in 2025? 11-6? 12-5? Or are we talking 14-3 again? To wrap it all up, Yes, the NFL gave the Chiefs some tough breaks with the Brazil trip and an intense start. But if they navigate it well, the back half of the schedule could catapult them into another Super Bowl run. And you know that's exactly what Mahomes, Reed, and Veach have in mind. Thanks for watching, Chiefs Kingdom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video. And as always, go Chiefs!